exciting episode of Galactivated Yoga on the Beach. Ew. Beautiful, magical love beach. Kristar Galactica, your fairy god sis. Saint Joe Narcata. We are Galactivators, your fairy god fam. Here to bring the music and the beats and the yoga and the stretching to you, my super friends. Thank you everyone, live and in person and online for tuning in. Galactivators. We're gonna stretch, we're gonna breathe, we're gonna meditate, we're gonna receive. I invite you to carve out the next hour or so of your beautiful lives to be here with us in this magical space and prepare that space to join us. So a blanket or a sheet on the ground in nature, outside if you are able to. Find that straight head, neck, and spine. Roll our shoulders back and down. Easy seated pose, whatever that looks like for you today. And while we settle in, I want to share what's going on galactically. So just finding our breath. As you may or may not know, we are in the midst of the full moon in Pisces constellation. And this moon received a lunar eclipse yesterday, where the earth was in between the sun and the moon, casting its shadow on the moon, causing it to go into darkness. Today is the red galactic Skywalker day, and we are learning to navigate from the inside out, that inner space, bridging the worlds, the dimensions between our physical self, our spiritual self, our emotional self, our creator self. And I invite you now, as you breathe, in your mind's eye, to paint a picture of yourself as you would like to create you as a result of this yoga practice today. Visualize your body healthy, vital, strong, flexible, calm, peaceful, spiritual, in your mastery. Your body a projection of your consciousness, healthy, vital, radiant, strong, vital. And any other intentions you'd like to set today for your yoga. We go into the body, quieting the mind, flowing the breath to awaken our divine. And the mantra, Om Namah Shivaya. Yesterday we went through a galactic activation portal. And today is Red Galactic Skywalker Day. So invite that limitless mind into your body now. Invite the cosmic space into your inner world, your inner space, your inner universe. Invite that space of oneness, samadhi, to be awakened within you as we raise our arms up to the sky, palm together. And place any more intentions between your palms up overhead. And then let's bring our hands down to our heart and just bow our heads to our hearts. Om Namah Shivaya. Envision yourself as the Adi Yogi, as Paramashiva, as causeless auspiciousness, as super consciousness, as the creator made manifest. And then let's switch the crossing of our legs. Bring in the other leg on the top. And bringing our hands to our knees. Inhale, lift our heart, lean up. Exhale, straighten our arms, lean back. Inhale. Flowing our breath. Inhaling to center, arms up to the sky. Deep breath in. And as we exhale, let's twist to the right. I'll be your mirror. Left hand to the outside of that right thigh. Sitting up nice and tall. Right hand back behind. Pressing your spine tall. Twisting, pull your belly in, stretch your shoulder, your neck, your eyes. Inhale, arms up to the sky. Focus on your intention. Give thanks to the Most High. And as we exhale, twisting to the other side. Right hand to that left thigh. Left hand back behind, sitting up nice and tall. Stretch, belly, ribs, shoulders, neck, eyes. Inhaling up to center, palms together, lean back. Exhale, let's bring those hands back behind us and interlace our fingers. Pull back and down, stretch, lean back, lift our heart, big smile. Let's take 3 deep breaths in and out like this, pulling our belly in as we exhale. And releasing. Let's walk our hands forward, tucking our chin under. Thanks for the gifts. Thanks for being with us. Thanks for the shares. Thanks for joining us today, super friends. Two more deep breaths like this. Inhale, walking our hands up. Let's unwind our legs and stretch them forward. Inhale, our arms up to the sky. Exhale, hinge at the waist, forward fold. Bringing our hands down, grabbing our ankles, our feet, our toes. Give them some stretches, separate those toes, tuck our chin under, stretch out and back. Deep breath here, in and out, our nose. Allowing that belly to rise and fall. Inhale, lifting our heart. Let's take our right arm up and back. I'll do the same side as you now. Palm up, twisting back with our gaze, looking back with our eyes. Big smile, deep stretch. One more breath. And as we exhale, right hand comes down, tuck our chin under. Lift our heart up, left arm goes back, palm up, taking that twist. Stretching our eyes to look back at that upturned palm. Deep belly breaths. Inhale, inflating your belly. And at the bottom of the exhale, squeeze that belly in. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Deep breath in, arm up overhead. And exhale, folding one more time, tucking our chin under. All right, breathing and walking our hands up. Let's take our right knee, bend that knee, and bring this foot back. So coming onto the top of that foot and getting that fleshy part out of the way so we can sit back between your legs if that feels good for you today. And first, let's inhale our arms up to the sky. And then we'll exhale and bring our hands forward, just reaching for this foot. Maybe bring your hands to the ground, holding yourself up, or you can stretch those toes. Inhale. Let's bring our arms up to the sky. And as we exhale, let's bring our hands back behind and slowly walk ourselves back. Stretching out that quad. Maybe you could bring yourself onto your elbows here, forearms. Just breathe into that thigh. And as your body opens, just take your time. Don't force anything. If that knee comes up, come up and out of it. Don't force the opening in your body. So keep that knee down. Don't overly stress or stretch yourself. But if your body feels good and you'd like a little more, if that knee is still down, it's not come back out of it. But if it is, you can come all the way down to the ground if that feels good today. And once again, don't force anything. Just find where your edge is and breathe into it. And slowly coming up out of it, we're going to send this left hand down to this left leg and our right arm up to the sky. Taking a twist here. That feels good. And then breathing on up, let's take this right leg and stretch it out, shake it out. Give it a massage, give it some love. Love your legs. Do a little shaking, a little slapping. Activate those meridian lines. Conditioning. That's what my Kung Fu teacher used to say. Conditioning. All right, so now let's take this left leg and bend that knee, coming onto the top of that back foot, removing that fleshy part out of the way, and then sitting down between our legs. So we're on the top of that foot. take your time to get into it. You can even like sit up and adjust yourself if that helps. Right. And then let's inhale and reach our arms up high. And as we exhale, we'll fold towards this leg, walking our hands forward, maybe grabbing our toes if that is available for you right now. Find your breath. Engaging Mula Bandha at the base of your body, at the top of the inhale and the bottom of the exhale. Connect to the breath. And then as we breathe, walking our hands up, coming on back and easing on down the road. We're still on the top of that back foot. Just take your time, don't force anything. Let your body naturally open up, follow the breath. Hi, baby. Hello. Good doggy. If it feels good, maybe you make your way onto your elbows. Just take your time and don't force anything. Don't push beyond that edge. If it's too much, come out of it. If you want more, you're welcome to allow yourself to come all the way down onto your backside. Om Namah Shivaya. And inhaling and coming on back up. Bringing this right arm forward to that right sole and elevating this left arm up. Twisting our spine. Om Namah Shivaya. Inhale, rising, unwinding this leg. Shake it out. Slap it out. Give yourself a slap of love. And wiggle our toes. Stretch all those toes. Visualize fresh prana, life force flowing in our body. Health and vitality. All right, and now let us bring our souls together and tap on the top of our head. And in our mind's eye, just visualize our intention, ourselves as we intend to be. No, gracias. Just tapping on the top of our head, just visualize that. Shazam! The Galactivation blasting in our mind's eye. Our whole nervous system lighting up, filling up with light. Manifesting our Ishta Devatar, Ishvara Pradhyana. And then let's bring our hands to our soles and begin to fold and breathe. Visualize that prana, that life force flowing into our toes, awakening that circulation. Om Namah Shivaya. Fill up with the love of dog. And then let's rise on up. All right, I'm gonna be your mirror again. Let's take our right leg and bring it underneath the left. And then let's take our left leg and cross it over the right. Good. And now let's give this leg a hug, turning towards it, wrapping that right arm around this leg. And then we're gonna take our left arm and inhale it up. Reach that left arm up high. And then as we exhale, we're twisting towards that left side, pressing into the ground, lifting our heart, stretching our eyes. Left hand is close to our spine. And if this feels good and you want to place that right arm to the top of this thigh to deepen the twist and touch your thumb and middle finger together, you're welcome to. We'll take 3 to 5 deep breaths like this, stretching your eyes and engaging your root. Mula Bandha. Om Lam 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 Lam. Om Lam 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 Lam. And breathing, coming back through center and briefly twisting the other way. And coming back through center. Now let's stack our knees. So sitting up and sitting down in between our feet. If this is too much, you're welcome to straighten the bottom leg. But if this feels good, we can take a moment and put your hands on your soles and just take our neck side to side, big smile. Invite your heart to feel the warmth of today, the beautiful ultraviolet and infrared light streams, X-ray light waves passing into us, the microwave light streams warming us from within, cooking our souffle so we rise so tall. The gamma rays filling us up with super consciousness. The radio waves giving us that sound of the universe, the frequency of Om. All right, super friends, now let's inhale our arms up to the sky. Reach for the stars. Reach up with that left arm, reach up high. Reach up with that right arm, reach for the sky. And then we'll bend that right elbow, grab it with our left hand and just pull it down so that hand glides down our back, pressing back with our head. Deep breaths. And then if this feels good and you'd like to add a little bit more to the arm opening, we can release this left arm, sending that palm back, rotating that hand around, and then bringing those fingers back together behind our back. Or you could grab your shirt if you like. Leaning up, lift our heart, big smile. Gomukhasana, cow face pose. Lam Lum, lum. And let's release our hands to the ground in front of us and just walk them forward, stretching our back, breathing into our hips. This full moon in Pisces with this eclipse, and as we're approaching the equinox portal right now, it's opening up our emotional centers so that we can really tap into some deep and rich emotions. So I invite you to just reach for the bliss of the breath. Exhale any intensity within you, passion, purpose, flame, duty, service, ecstasy. Breathe that in, big blissful, yummy inhale. And an exhale. And breathing on in. Let's unwind our legs, bringing our hands back behind us. Placing those fingers so they're facing forward, planting those feet hip width on the ground, bending those knees, and then let's push into the ground, lifting our hips for a reverse tabletop. Sending our head back. Lift those hips up, stretch that heart open. Good. Take the deep breaths. Yay! And slowly coming on down. Before we do the other side, we're going to take an intermission. So stretch those legs out. Let's even find a wide stance here. Inhaling our arms up. And exhale, walking those hands forward. Just straight in the center. And just notice the difference between the left and right side. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And breathing in, walking ourselves back up, swinging these legs back to center. We're going to do the other side now. So we're going to be bending this left knee in and bending this right leg, planting that foot on the outside of that leg. Good. Sitting up nice and tall. Give this leg a hug. Open up your heart, love and gratitude. Visualize that space in your aura, brightening up all around you. As we take this left arm around this thigh and inhale this right arm up to the sky. And exhale, bring it back behind our back, sitting up nice and tall at this time. And pulling that belly in as we twist towards that right side. Stretching from our shoulders, our neck, our eyes. That right hand is up against our spine, sitting nice and tall. And if you'd like to add a little bit more, you're welcome to bring this left arm to the top of that thigh and touch our thumb and middle finger together, forming a mudra. And twisting and stretching. Rum, rum, rum. Ram, 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 ram. And breathing in, unwinding, twisting the other way. And coming on back to center and stacking these knees on top of one another. Right knee on top of the left. Bringing those heels in close to our hips. This side might feel different from the other. Just notice any differences. Once again, you're welcome to straighten that bottom leg if that feels better for your body today. Or hang out here and bring our palms to our soles. Those knees are stacked. Big smile. And we'll just play with dropping our ear towards our shoulder, side to side. Deep, juicy, golden breath, breathing in all this wonderful liquid space today. This galactic space. Today is the red galactic skywalker in the white world bridger wave spell, and our infinite nature is bridging the worlds with our finite nature, our physical today. As we inhale and float our arms up to the sky, Om Namah Shivaya. Lifting, reaching up with that right arm. And then breathing, lifting up with that left arm. And then bending this left elbow. Take this right hand, grab that elbow, pull it so that that arm glides down our back, pressing back with the back of our occipital bone, back of our head, cranium. Breathe into those shoulders. Let's wiggle those yogi toes. Find that breath. Gazing in and up at that third eye. Follow the breath all throughout our body. And if you'd like to enhance the arm opening, you're welcome to release that right arm, palm back, thumb down, swoop it around, bring it back behind us, bend that elbow, and connect those fingertips together. Or grab your shirt, or use a towel. Just breathing. Om Namah Shivaya. Invite that yogic bliss. Om Namah Shivaya. As we release our hands to the ground, walking our hands forward, tucking our chin under. Breathe into any emotions that rise up. Smile into your body. now breathing and rising on up, unwinding those legs. Let's plant those feet hip width apart and drop our knees over to one side, turning our torso the other way. Big smile. And inhaling through center, dropping our knees the other way, lifting our heart the opposite way, turning our torso opposite direction. Let's do that a few more times, coming back to center. But let's pause here and press up once again into a reverse tabletop, lifting our hips, sending our head back, pressing into the ground. And coming on back down, dropping our knees to the right, turning our torso open to the left. Inhaling through center, dropping our knees the other side, lifting our heart, keeping our feet where they are. And breathing back to center. Let's swing our legs around, coming forward into a child's pose. Let's connect to this sacred ground. All the people that have guarded this land, let's give thanks. Child's pose is our resting pose. Just lying back on our knees, third eye on the ground. You can stretch those arms forward if you like. 3 to 5 more breaths here, super friends, in and out. As we inhale, let's just roll onto the tops of our heads. And roll back. Just roll onto the top of our head a few times. Just getting used to that sensation of having our crown on the ground. And then if you'd like to play with a tripod base for a headstand, I invite you to put the crown of your head on the ground and bring your hands where you can see them. Your elbows bent above your wrists in 90-degree angles, and your shoulders 90-degree angles to your elbows. Keep those elbows in, close to your body. And then from here, if that feels good, you can straighten your legs and begin to walk your feet up towards your arms and your elbows. And if that feels good, you can bend your knees and place them on top of your forearms. Balance here in a little headstand base. And just breathe. And if that feels good and you'd like to come up for a full headstand, I invite you to do that. And when you're ready to come out of it, we'll meet back in a child's pose. Just making sure there's no pressure on your neck. And just chilling in our child's pose for a few more breaths. When you're ready, we'll come up into a tabletop. Hands under our shoulders, knees under our hips. Take some cats and cows. Inhale, drop our belly, lift our gaze, our drishti. Exhale, arch our spine, drop our crown. Flowing with our breath. Breathe in the yoga shaktis, the prana shakti, the life force, the vitality, the energy. And come into neutral, to center, curl our toes, lift our knees, press up and back, downward dog, please. Reaching one heel down at a time. And then as we breathe in, walking our feet up to our hands, taking it into a forward fold. Just letting ourselves dangle here. We can even grab the opposite elbows and let your head just fall between your arms. Bend your knees as much as you need. Just sway side to side. Let's take some sighs. Relaxing those arms now, ragdoll rolling up. When we get to the top, arms float out and up. Palms together, leaning back. Coming back to center, right hand grabs left wrist. Let's pull up and over to the right. Inhaling back to center, palms together, lean up and back. Breathing back to center, left hand grabs right wrist, lean up and over to the left side. Deep breath in. Exhale back to center, palms together, lean up and back. And coming on back to center, hands into our hearts. Namaste. All right, let's bring our hands to our hips, bring our feet together, spread our yogi toes, and we're going to ground in through that right leg. Let's take this left knee, elevate it, and make some circles. Outward, inward. Straighten that leg. Let's reach up with our arms. Breathe and reach forward with that leg. And we're gonna step on forward, coming up onto those back right tippy toes. So lifting that back heel up. Make sure our legs are staggered so they're hip width apart. That back heel is up. And now we're gonna bend into that front left knee for a high lunge. And breathe. Make sure that knee's over our ankle. We don't overextend. But if you need more room, just step that foot forward a little bit more so you can get more. Make sure that knee doesn't go over your ankle. Yeah. Keep lifting that back heel. Leaning back. Bending into that front knee. Make sure it stays over your ankle. No overextending. All right, let's bring our hands into our heart and pivot that back foot. So now let's line those legs up. So we bring that back heel down, back toes facing forward or over to the side. And let's square our hips and our heart forward as we bend in for warrior one. Once again, that knee's bent over our ankle. And if it's overextending, then just give yourself more room between your legs. And now as we breathe, let's open our hips and shoulders to the side. Bending into that front knee. Let's take into another warrior two. Left arm reaches forward. Right arm reaches back. Keep bending that front knee. Softening into that center. Deepening our breath. And now reversing, left arm up, right hand above or below that knee or wrapped behind our back. And breathing back through center to warrior two. Let's straighten that front leg. Breathe in, reach that left arm forward. And then we're gonna let it pivot. Left arm down, right arm up. Triangle. Inhale, rising on up. Exhale, bending that front knee. Slowly cartwheeling these arms on down. Coming up onto those back tippy toes. We're gonna press into the ground and float it back into a plank pose. If you want to or need to, you're welcome to bring your knees down. And then we're gonna shift our weight forward, lowering down to the ground, knees, chest, chin. Inhale, peel our hearts up, cobra. Soften into that lower back, find your breath. Exhale, lower down, keep those elbows in, coming down to the ground. Bending those knees, let's push up into a tabletop. Take some cats and cows here. Move our spine as we breathe, shoulders over our wrists. And coming to neutral, let's curl our toes, lift our knees, step back into downward dog. Inhale, look forward between our hands. And as we exhale, let's walk our feet up to our hands. Taking it into a forward fold. As we breathe in, let's take a half flat back, straighten that spine. Breathe out, fold again. Breathe in, hinge at the waist, flat back, rise on up, reverse swan dive. Palms together, lean back. And hands into our hearts. Namaste. Notice the differences between the sides. And let's make sure we have room in front of us. So let's step back now. Bringing our hands to our hips. Grounding in through our soles. Feet together. Spread the toes. Anchor through that left foot. And we're going to inhale and lift this right leg this time. Making some circles with our ankle. One way and the other way. And then play with straightening this leg. And then inhaling, reaching arms up high. And then stretching this leg forward. Getting that hip width wide stance between your legs and coming up onto those back tippy toes. So stepping ourselves forward enough that we can lift that back heel up and bend into that front knee and have that knee over our ankle. Back heel keeps lifting, keep on sinking down. High lunge. Find that juicy deep breath. Make sure you're not overextending that knee past your ankle. If you are, widen your stance. All right, we're gonna now pivot, planting that back heel down and lining those legs up. Back toes facing forward. And then we're going to square our hips and shoulders forward, elevating these arms and bending into that front knee for warrior one. So make sure your knee's over your ankle, you're not overextending. Make sure you have a nice wide stance, back toes facing forward. A little bit more. Bending our hips and shoulders forward towards that right knee. Make sure you can see your big toe and your second toe. Reach those arms up. Keep bending into that front knee. Deep breath in. And then as we exhale, let's open our hips and shoulders to the side. Once again, bend that knee over that ankle. Reach those arms away from one another, warrior two. Look over the middle fingers of that front hand. And shoot rainbows. Make sure you can see that big toe and the second toe on the front right leg. Keep bending into that front knee. Deep breath. Reversing our warrior, right arm up, left arm down. Above or below that knee or wrapped behind our back. Keep lifting our heart. And breathing back into a warrior two. Let's straighten that front leg. Reach forward with that right arm. And then pivot, left arm up. Right arm above or below that knee for triangle. Inhale, rising back up. Exhale, bending that front knee. Cartwheeling these arms down to the ground, pivoting and floating back into a plank or a tabletop. So knees up or knees down. And if you'd like to do the Yogi Push-Up Challenge here, I welcome you to take a 5-a-day push-up, knees up or down, elbows in. come on down. Let's take a low cobra. So bringing our heart to the ground, lifting our hands up, squeezing our shoulder blades together. And then let's take those hands back and interlace those fingers together behind and pull back with those shoulder blades. Lift our heart up. And then observing where your shoulder blades are, super friends. See if you can release your hands, planting them underneath your shoulders and pressing up while keeping those shoulder blades in the same position. Squeeze together behind your back, legs on the ground, heart lifted high, cobra. Make sure those shoulders don't come forward, but they stay back and down. So lift as high as you can to remain heart open. Deep breath in. Exhale, lower. Curl those toes. Inhale, press up to plank or tabletop and back into a downward dog. Reach those heels down. Bicycle or knees all around. And then we'll bring our knees down and sit back for a child's pose. Inhale and rising on up. Let's take a 22-second drink break. Excellent. And now we will be making our way onto our back sides. So using our core and easing ourselves on down the road. So we're gonna draw our knees in, make little circles with our lower back, stretching it from side to side. And then we'll drop those knees over to the left side, opening up our upper body to the right. And breathing our way back to center. And then dropping those knees over to the right side, opening up our upper body to the left. Breathing our way back to center. We can play with some inversion here. Just step one is just having your legs up over your hips. Step two is bringing your hips up over your head into plow, feet back behind you on the ground. And step three would be a shoulder stand with your hands to your lower back, walking those elbows in and your feet over your hips. So just find what feels good for you today. And when we're ready, we'll come back out of it and down for our final resting pose, our Shavasana. Unless there's anything else that you need before we go into our final rest, please give that to yourself. If you need to cover yourself up or take any final movements, just give ourselves a few more breaths to scan your body and notice what else you need. And when you're ready, we'll make our way down onto our back side. Head, neck, and spine in a straight line. Arms and legs falling open and away from our body for our final integration, our meditation, our Shavasana, where we begin to merge with the infinite. So when we're on our back side, make sure your whole body is on the ground. Head, neck, and spine in a straight line. Arms and legs falling open and away from your body. Taking our gaze, our drishti, and looking up at that third eye in the middle of your forehead. And then from there, just relax. And just melt down.
You're an old lady. Can't get over the wall.
Just relax into the silence beyond the sounds. And we'll be back in a little bit for our Galactivation. As you relax, let go, and just be Simply allowing yourself to receive, merging with the forces right here on this beach, the earth and the air, the wind and the light breeze, flooding your circuitry with peace and inner bliss, amplifying your energy, your circulation of this. Within you, the depths of your innermost core, this light is awakening. Gold is the score. Gold and diamonds, rubies and emeralds, sapphires, calcite too, crystals, sparkling, shimmering pearls, thus opalescent, iridescent you. So beautiful, so magnificent, reborn anew right here in this moment in time. Allow this new version to be here in this moment, a brand new you forming inside. Om Namah Shivaya. The seeds of divine humankind, planting in the depths of your mind, your superconscious Adi Yogi self, seeding your human, divine human as well. You are a spiritual master, awakened in form. You're divine, you together, born through the eye of this storm, in the center of the tornado, of which all life spirals and spins. Allow this concentrated new you to be born, the depths of your being within. Om Namah Shivaya. Beautiful, perfect, creative and whole, imaginative, imagined, a divine expression of your soul, infinite intelligence, eternal life, and infinite bliss, coming together in this moment with time to create a tether as human divine. Om Namah Shivaya. Beyond time, this form, these sacred grounds, born within you and tethered on down. On the front lines, life expansion, now human divine and inward creation. Hybridization is occurring within you as you are divine yogi, a master of truth. Let this now enter you from the spirit of life and fuse, bond, and become one with you from this moment into all time. Om Namah Shivaya. This new version of you is cracking open like a seed, like an egg at the base of your spine. This serpentine, this energy is moving upward, flowing like a stream into your brain, through your heart, and now you're growing wings. Beautiful lightness, brightness too. Your energy is so beautiful. This yogi you are a master, born anew. And in this moment, you accept it as the truth. Om Namah Shivaya. You walk through life so beautifully, as if floating on a cloud, living in the lotus stream. Your light, your life's so loud. You exude a positive energy, just like a photon blast. You give out this positive currency, and all around you feel it like gas. Energy flowing like currency as you are in your yoga majesty. So it is, so it was, so it ever shall be. Om Namah Shivaya. So are we. Om Namah Shivaya. Relax, soften, dissolve, let go. Allow yourself to merge with the universe. universal rainbow. Just like a bird hatching out of its egg, so it is your new life begins today. As you slowly come back now into your body, into your life at this time, taking a deep breath. Let the light flow, wiggle your fingers and toes, come back to life. Stretching and yawning, reach your arms overhead. And then drawing your knees up into your chest. And whenever you're ready, rolling onto your side. And coming up to seated with head, neck, spine in a straight line. Pausing here in stillness. Deep listening in. Head, neck, and spine in alignment. Tune to your breath that's flowing. In this space of meditation, integrate and be circulating this pure positive vibration, this photon light flowing free. Arms come up to the sky. Gather your intention one more time. Pull it down the center line, bowing to your heart that's here inside. Divine in me, divine in thee. One light line of eternity. Magical words, please say it with me. Namaste. Super friends. Galactivate. Thank you everyone for tuning in, being here with us online and in person. Thank you for sharing the presence, gift of your presence in the present. Thank you so much. We invite you to go to our website, Galactivators.com, sign up for our Super Friends email list, so we can alert you to all the fun things like Bhakti Fest coming up at the end of the month, where we will be galactivating magically, musically, and sharing our wonderfulness. You can also pick up our yoga gear, like anything we're wearing right here, our singing bowls right here. We also have yoga clothes that you can get. And we will be back for our live stream tonight on YouTube and TikTok for our magical musical Galactivations. So we hope you have the best day ever. Thank you for your generous donations. We appreciate you. And we'll see you in the future. Stay galactivated.
Much love.
Stay lit. Thank you, everyone.